Hi guys, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. It's been a long, hot summer. Been really hot and it's hard for me to get excited about filming, so I'm really sorry there haven't been very many videos lately. I really apologize for that. And so I'm changing my format, talk about that a little bit more in the video. And I am having such a hard time putting words together lately. It's really, really annoying, so please forgive the brain fog. I am not up to par lately. But I've been working some on my quilt, and I have a little bit of footage of that to show you guys. And, you know, life is life, and we just live it the best we can. One thing that I really did, it's been really on my mind. I've never had a lot of friends. I've never been one to really reach out to friends and need company constantly. I kind of like being alone and being able to just think my own thoughts and not having to feel like I need to entertain people. And people call that shyness. People also call that social anxiety. And no matter what it's called, it is what it is. Sometimes we're excited about seeing people and spending time with people, and sometimes we just want to be alone. And I think I'm not sure if it's more creative people have this kind of anxiety or just feeling like they need to be alone more, or if it's not just creative people. So if you have thoughts on that, I'd love to hear them. But it's something I deal with, and I do have social anxiety. I get out with people, and I'm anxious. It's hard to find things to talk about. I'm never sure how I'm being received. And that's just the way life is for me. There's a lot to deal with, but we deal with it. That's the lot we have. And it can be an overwhelming, it can be pessimistic view, but it also can be an honest view that, okay, this is what I have to deal with, and I'm going to deal with it. And if we're trying to deny that that's not the way we feel, then we're not going to deal with it. So, there's different points of view, I guess, on that. So it is what it is. I got things to deal with, and that's part of this channel. That's why I'm coming to you. I'm kind of not looking my best, I'm afraid. That's okay. I am who I am. And I have people who love me, and nobody really says they hate me, so I guess I'm in a pretty good place. I'll talk to you soon. Well, I've got this on my sewing machine, and I've been quilting along on it, and it's going pretty well. I've got this pattern called continuous curves, I think. You start here and you go around, and you swoop down and around, swoop down and around like that. And it's a little bigger than I would have liked, but I didn't like the smaller version, so I went ahead with this. And I've got some pin marks in places that I goofed, and I have to go back and redo that. And I've got some spots where I had to backtrack a little bit. And that's not perfect, it's not really perfect, but will do. Be a nice quilt just to have hanging around. So that's what's going on with that. So I can really tell a difference in my quilting from one day to the next. If I'm feeling really well and things are, got clear-headed and everything, then the quilting goes really well. If I don't feel as well, if my brain is foggy or whatever, I don't track as well, I don't figure out where I'm going as well, and I get lost, and then mistakes happen, or I have a pain somewhere, I don't have that fluid movement going that I need to have when I'm quilting like this. But overall, I like the process. I like that I can just work on it for a few minutes a day if that's all that I can handle or whatever. But the consistency really isn't there, and that's just something I'm going to have to work on to know when I'm able to quilt and when I'm not able to quilt. So I thought I'd show you guys what's left of my garden. We've had a serious drought and things got not watered for years, so most of what we put in is now dying. We had a neighbor who was a landscaper, and he helped us put in the rock wall, and we had grass all in here, and it stretched clear around the house. We had some pretty flowers, and my roses were blooming. And that's, with fibro, it's one of the biggest things I miss is having the energy, the stamina to get out here and work in the yard. I really miss that. So my son went ahead and put in a patch of grass because we were tired of just the dirt. That's all we had, because we let everything go because we didn't want to water. The advisories were saying not to water, so we didn't. And now we put in a small patch of grass, and we're it's just nice to be able to look out and have something nice and green to walk on, and it's coming in nicely. He did a good job. So this down here, this used to be our garden. We had corn and cilantro and onions and tomatoes, more of a salsa garden. And that's gone. We had a little apple tree that my daughter was able to graft. She took a class in school when she grafted apple trees, and we planted one. It's still around. Produces little tiny apples. We don't give it enough water. But this is California. It's like 107 out here today, so I don't know why I'm out here. Except I wanted to get on. I just, don't find time during the summer. So I'm thinking of kind of redoing my the way I do videos. I used to sit for a couple hours and plan what I wanted to say and write it all out. Write notes and figure out what I wanted to say, and I just don't find the time now. Or the energy. So I'm trying to think of just little snippets of time that I can get to record for you guys and put something up more on the, kind of, put things together so that we can have more online. So these are grapes. This is a red flame grape, and in the back we have Thompson seedless grapes. Once in a while we'll actually be able to harvest some of the grapes, but most of the time the birds get them before we get to them. Up here I have this swing, and I haven't been able to find cushions for it, so I was thinking about making some. But I used to sit out here at the swing, and then I'll try and pan around without making you guys too dizzy. I used to sit in the swing, and I had a nice view down the valley, just peaceful and quiet. We live in a neighborhood in town, but it's pretty normally peaceful and quiet. the neighbors down here, I know them a little bit. I've talked to them a couple times. The neighbors behind us I've talked to a couple times too. But one neighbor I haven't talked to at all. I haven't met them. They've been there a couple years now. And that's mostly because of social anxiety. So I'll come back to you later. I thought I'd show you an idea that I'm kind of working on. My mom sent me this fish print over here many years ago, and I've never done anything with it. She also sent some blocks, the purple, yellow, and blue there, to go with the fish prints. And I thought maybe for Christmas I'd try to put together some grandkids quilts in this panel. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the whole panel as it is or cut it up into pieces and use the pieces spread out throughout the quilts. So there'll be 4 quilts, maybe 5 quilts in all. And each quilt will have a little bit different fabrics, a little bit different look to it depending on the kid that they're intended for. And I might try and sell one. Depends on how the fabric, how much the fabric how far the fabric goes. That's what I'm trying to say. And my energy level, my excitement for the quilts themselves. So I thought this is kind of my process. I put things up on my design wall and I kind of look at them and play with them and move them around and try and figure out what exactly I want to do with it. So, got any good ideas? Comment below. So I hope you like the format of this video, kind of pieces and parts of what I've been doing and the thoughts that I've thunk. And words, man, words are hard. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope life is treating you well, that you can get out and greet your loved ones and spend time doing what really excites you. Toodles.